What is up, everybody? I've been very busy the last few days. I had family visiting, and they just left uh, a couple of days ago, and I haven't been able to make my reaction videos to the very last group games in the group stages of the Gold Cup for this year between Curacao and Mexico and Jamaica and El Salvador. Just very quickly, because I want to double this video and make it a prediction video for tonight's quarterfinal games between Costa Rica and Panama and the United States and El Salvador. For Curacao and Mexico, this was for the third game in a row. Curacao played like the better side. But I understand that Mexico only needed a point from this game. I understand that Juan Carlos Osorio made 10 changes in the lineups here. So this was not really a necessary win for the Mexican national team. On top of it already being a C team, this looked more like a C- team that they had fielded with the 10 changes on the field. So I don't really read too much into this. I thought that Curacao really had a great opportunity to score some goals in this match, but unfortunately they exit this tournament without having scored any and with 0 points. I thought that their overall performance in this tournament was something of a learning experience and something they should be proud of. And I really think they were unlucky to not score any goals and, moreover, not get any points from their 3 games. So for Mexico, I mean, don't hit the panic button yet because, there's no cause for alarm at this stage, given the circumstances of the team they had sent to this tournament and the whole Osorio ordeal and the fact that it was their last group game where they only needed a draw. So, I wouldn't worry, but I do think they have a very, very, very stern test ahead against Honduras, but I'll give my preview analysis and predictions for that tomorrow. In the other game, Jamaica, El Salvador, surprisingly, Jamaica, the better team, they were on the back foot for most of that match. I thought El Salvador was the better side across the span of the 90 minutes. They were the side that scored first, and they looked like they were going to go on to win it, to grab another winner after Jamaica equalized through that penalty kick. El Salvador could have finished this group in second, and they could have gone through facing Canada in the quarterfinals, which would have given them a really good opportunity to reach the semis. But I thought Jamaica were relatively poor in this match, and they didn't play to their full potential. They played like they were the inferior squad to El Salvador, despite on paper being the better team. But for large stretches of this game, I thought El Salvador dominated them. I really did. And El Salvador were a little bit unfortunate not to get 6 points from this group, which I'm sure not a lot of people would have predicted beforehand, because El Salvador has been sort of in decline for the last few decades in Central American soccer. But they did enough to qualify as one of the 2 best third-place teams. They're into the quarterfinals. They play the United States here tonight. And speaking of which, let me jump into my quarterfinal predictions. So, Costa Rica, Panama, on paper, this match should be explosive. It should be popping. In my opinion, it should be the most mouth-watering, the most tightest affair of all the quarterfinal fixtures. I think these are regional rivals and neighboring countries. They share a border with each other, so there's that whole intense rivalry, like I said, where each team wants to prove that they're better than the other, and there's a shot to reach the semifinals. Costa Rica, their first semifinals since 2002 or 2003. Panama, which would be their 4th consecutive Gold Cup semifinal. This is a very difficult match to call. Very difficult. You know what? I think Panama should win this game. They've been more impressive. They only finished behind the United States in their group by the virtue of tiebreaker of number of goals scored. They could have won Group B of this year's Gold Cup. And I've been more impressed with what I've seen from them than I have with Costa Rica. I thought Costa Rica, all 3 of their group games with Honduras, Canada, and French Guiana, they've been extraordinarily underwhelming. They did not play their absolute best football. I know they don't have their A team at this tournament, but they pretty much have their B+ team. And they were really sour in their game against Honduras. I thought they were thoroughly outplayed the entire match. They were very fortunate. They did not deserve to win their opening match against Honduras, just my opinion. Canada, they conceded first against Canada, a team that they should have blown away. French Guiana didn't even put them away until the 70-something minute when they scored most of their goals in the dying stages of the game in the last 10 to 15 minutes. So, I'm waiting for the real Costa Rica to break out, and this has been a part of a larger trend we've seen for Costa Rica in Gold Cups. They're not very convincing. They don't go very far in this tournament, and they don't live up to the hype that everyone puts them around. I think they're being a little bit overrated, not intentionally, but I just think that the way that they've conducted themselves in this tournament have not been living up to the promise that they're a side so rich in talent as they are, and then that they have on their depth from their bench, as many would have thought. So I could easily see Panama winning this game. And you know what? I try to leave my bias out of my objective analysis as much as possible, but given the way these two teams have played in this tournament so far, I want Panama to win this match. I want Panama to win. I think they've been the better team, and no one has been giving Panama the respect they deserve as far as being title contenders in this tournament. I absolutely do believe Panama can win this tournament. I believe they've been title contenders to win the Gold Cup since probably 2011. They just haven't done it yet. They finished in a couple of finals in 2005 and 2013, and they finished in 3 semifinals in a row since 2011, 2013, 2015. So here, this is a great opportunity for Panama to pounce on Costa Rica's inconsistency and win this match and get to the semis. But I just feel like Costa Rica is going to steal it. I feel like it's going to be another unconvincing win. I feel like they're going to be the worst team on the pitch. I feel they're just going to steal this by 1 goal. I think Costa Rica is going to win this 1-0. Well, yeah, I'm going to go with... I'm going to go with a 2-1. No, I'm going to go with a 2-1. I think Costa Rica will win this 2-1, but I think Panama will be the better team in this match. And Costa Rica will get to the semifinals. It's just a gut feeling. I think Costa Rica is going to steal this. I heard a rumor that no extra time is played. It goes straight to penalties, so that's very interesting. Maybe the Costa Rica-Panama match will go to penalties if it's too tight in the end, and maybe Costa Rica will win on penalties with their better goalkeeper, Carvajal. Though if forgot his name, Pinedo plays for Panama, he could make a couple of crucial saves in a penalty shootout should the game get to that point. But I'm going to go with 2-1. I think it'll be done in a regular time, but I think Costa Rica will grab it, and we'll be talking about how Panama deserved it more. For the United States, El Salvador, I think it's the most easily predictable match of the quarterfinals. I think it's going to be the one where the disparity and gap is going to be the most noticeable. We're bringing back 6 of our starters, Altidore, Dempsey, and Bradley, all 3 of whom may not star in this match specifically, but they are matched for the knockouts. They are back for the knockout stages in general. I think the United States is going to be just too powerful for El Salvador. I don't see El Salvador having much of a chance. Last time we met was in the 2013, I believe. I'm not sure. 2013 quarterfinals. I think we beat them like 6-1 or something. I don't think it's going to be like that now, but I think we're going to beat them by a few goals. I think it's going to be... I see 3-1 as a prediction that a lot of people are making, and I'm going to go with... I think I'm going to go with a 3-1 too. Yeah. I think I'm going to go with a 3-1, the United States to beat El Salvador 3-1. I was thinking of 4-0 because I just thought that our starters being back is just going to be too overwhelming for El Salvador to deal with. So I was very tempted to pick a 4-0 win for the United States here. Maybe even a 4-1, but I'm going to play it safe and go 3-1. I think we'll beat El Salvador 3-1. So thank you for watching. Leave a comment below, like, subscribe. What are your predictions for the 2 quarterfinals today? Starting tomorrow, I will be giving live reactions to the quarterfinals that take place tomorrow. But for these quarterfinals here today, guys, I will not be able to give a reaction to it until tomorrow. But starting tomorrow, like I just said, I'm going to start doing live reactions. So thank you guys for watching. Until then, peace out. Much love. Have a good day. Peace.